depressed. Hey, hey, all y'all coming through. Coins and support will work. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Send some gifts. Feed my little dino. All that good stuff. Hey, y'all. Hey, Bambi. Hey, Michael. Oh, that's why I look dark. Because, as usual, my light ain't right. There you go. Now I look nice and bright. Hey, y'all.
You know I'm mad, right?
What?
Because I ain't get my motherfucking medication. Fucking fingers are throbbing.
What, they didn't call you back yet, though? Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Medina. Hey. Hey, everybody on BIGO. What's good? Shout out to the Takeover family, our family. Hey, everybody on YouTube. Hey, everybody on YouTube. And as y'all know, we broadcast now on BIGO and YouTube at the same time. So, you can either watch us either place. If you're on BIGO or you have BIGO, definitely feel free to pop up over there. We are live under my name, JoJo McRae. So, you can go check us out on BIGO right now under JoJo McRae. Or you can stay right here on YouTube and watch us on YouTube. Only difference is this fabulous background you're seeing right here on YouTube. On BIGO, you're only going to see a green screen. You're not going to see that beautiful picture of me and Tramel in the background. You're just going to see us. Thanks for the heart. Thank you, guys. You're not going to see this fabulous picture of us in the background. And if you're on BIGO and you want to watch us on YouTube, feel free. The YouTube name is TheMcRae Kingz, and that's Kingz. So, I like Prince. I was a Prince fan up until Purple Rain is what did it for me. I ain't even gonna lie.
I've never been really big on
Purple
Prince.
Rain made me a Prince fan, but after Purple Rain, that was like the only album he made that I really liked.
I know Tyrone loves him.
After that, it was just songs that I liked that Prince did.
I've never been like big on Prince. Never.
Thank
never,
you, Lawrence. Hey, out and about.
Been like a Michael Jackson fan, and other like Prince has never really done it for me.
Medina Jomel is sleeping at my feet.
Although I do recognize that he is a musical genius, but I've
definitely
I've never been like really into his music. Like I know people that are true like Prince fans that will punch you in your face if you say something bad about Prince. But,
well, I feel the same way about Michael Jackson. I've never really been into Michael Jackson like that either. But I know people that. Now, Janet, on the other hand, I was a Janet fan to the top.
And see, I was
an
in and out Janet fan. I wasn't really like,
Hey, Auntie Pee
Wee. Janet. Wasn't really like that with me.
No, I was definitely a Janet fan. I wasn't that much of a Michael. Michael made music that I liked. See, when I say when I can think of a fan, I think of somebody who likes everything that they do. And I've never been a fan like that. But there have been songs that people have made that I like. Like, I don't consider myself a Beyonce fan, but she definitely has songs that I love.
I used to be a Beyonce fan until she started all this monkey shit and all this shit what she do with Jay-Z and all that. I'm not really here for all of that. Like I liked her last little thing that she did. I Am King. Is that what it's called?
On the Lion King?
Yeah.
For the Lion King soundtrack? Well, no.
No. Her I Am King whole thing. I like that. I like when she do little projects like that. But other than that, like to follow her as an artist, to go by her album and all that other stuff, like no, not
really. No, I ain't never been. See,
I'm not really into any artists like that anymore.
Me neither, actually. But when you say a fan, I think like you like everything they've done.
Yeah, I mean, know that you like an avid fan. That like you watch their videos, right. You listen to their music, and so on and so forth. There's not an artist alive today that I'm into like that, like I used to be. Like, and I'm a musician.
Right, Melissa. It is different. It's very different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a musician, and I'm just really not into a lot of these artists today, because today's music, although y'all consider it music, it's not music to me, and that's with all due respect. You know, it's with all due respect to the culture, period. I just respect the culture of music, but do I like all the music that is out today? No. There's no such thing to me today. There's no such thing as a good R&B singer today. There's no good R&B singers. There's no good rappers. That's just how I feel.
Well, Michael, did your answer. Michael said, asked Tremel who is his favorite artist.
My favorite artist?
A.L. West.
My favorite artist is dead.
Who would be?
Luther Vandross.
I agree with you on that. Well, for me, male singers, it would be him.
It would be him.
And that's only because he's the only male singer I felt.
And he's not the only one. Like, I like, oh my God, ZZ Hill, Johnny Taylor. These people y'all probably never even heard about. Y'all grandmothers, most of y'all who watch us who are young, your grandmother, your grandparents, or your mother and father may have heard of some of the artists that I mentioned. My dad was in a popular R&B group called Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I like the OJs. You know, art. Like, I'm a child of the '70s. I'm stuck in the new millennium. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some songs that I do like. There's some artists that I do like. But to say that they're my favorite, I can't say that they're my favorite because I don't listen to everything that they do. That's what I consider a favorite. You know, like I like Chloe and Holly. I like them. And I like Jacquees. I like some of his stuff. I like some of Chris Brown's stuff. And I like Summer Walker right now. That's who I'm listening to the most. But
and you like Doja Cat?
Oh yeah, I like Doja Cat. I really do. I like her. As far as rappers are concerned, I do like Nicki Minaj. I do like Remy. I do like Cardi B. There's not one that's better than the other to me. But y'all have to understand, I came up in a different era, so I'm gonna look at it from a totally different perspective. I came up, I was there when rap music started, so I look at rap music in a different way than people look at rap music. And these young G's look at rap and look at, you know, I look at it at the culture period, totally different than what they look at, how they look at the culture.
Right, Melissa. I agree with you. Like when back in the day, the whole album was bomb, and you sit there with your pen and paper trying to write down the words so that you can memorize what they were singing, so you can have it, or you get the cassette and you read the words on there. Now you just download the song real quick and call it a day.
And then you know, today these millennials are accustomed to comparing a writer's lyrics to their life when that may not always be the case. You know, look at how they went after some girl because they thought she was Becky with the good hair. Because, you know, they thought that Beyonce was talking about some chick that Jay-Z cheated with. And that may not have even been the case. You know? These millennials hold you they hold you too close to your art. You know, sometimes your art is just being creative. It doesn't necessarily have a backstory or have to do with your life. You know, and it seems like when artists put out a
Mm.
mm, it seems like when artists put out a new album or whatever, they have to be careful of the contents of it because they're going to be questioned about it. Like, okay, if you're talking about domestic violence, does that mean that you were a victim of domestic violence? You know, back in our day, you know, the one thing that I miss is that we did not know the artists. Let's just say that we did not know a lot about the artists that we were listening to, and sometimes that was fine. I mean, but in the same token, I mean, maybe Tina Turner would not have gone through everything that she went through had it been a such thing as social media. But but for what she went through, would she be as big? Would she be as big as she is? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it goes both ways. It's a double-edged sword. But like music today, to me, it's not music. It's not. It's just not real music. I grew up listening to real musicians play real instruments, not on a keyboard, and that's what music is all about today. You can create any kind of sound you want on a keyboard. I know because I'm a musician. And I have most of those gadgets sitting right here next to me that I can do the same thing. So, you know, hooray for the new artists, but you know, to me, it's not enough creativity in the culture. It's not. A lot of artists are not allowed to express themselves freely in the way they want. They have to give people what they want, you know, instead of being able to express themselves. I'm just not a big fan of today's music.
I like some songs. I do.
I do too. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just saying that the culture has changed so much.
Oh, definitely. It ain't like back in the day.
Yeah,
It's nothing like back in the
the
day.
culture has changed so much. And you know, for me to sit here and you know, a lot of people may say it may sound like I'm bitter, but this is what we asked for. I'm not bitter. This is what we asked for. I remember when hip hop became a word. That's what we strive for. We strive for hip hop to become a word. You know, a culture. We fought for this culture all these years, and this is what it's turned into. Um, this is what this culture has turned into, and this is what we wanted for it to turn into. We wanted it to be diverse.
What's up,
We
Avenue
wanted
Boy?
we wanted it to be, you know, recognized as a genre of music, and hip hop and R&B are genres, are music genres now. When 20 years ago, or no, more than 20 years ago, they weren't. They really weren't. You know, we were just like starting out. We were like pioneering the day and age when R&B and hip hop would be a culture. I remember when Lauryn Hill won her Grammy. That was like the first time in hip hop that, you know, a hip hop artist won a an award like that. That wasn't too long ago, but it was long ago as far as a lot of these young millennials are concerned. I think, you know, you know, I think where the clash is with the millennials versus, you know, people like me, OGs like me, is that it's the respect. There's no respect. There's no respect for what was before, what came before. That's the big issue with a lot of us. And you know, to people my age, I'm 52. I'll be 53 in December, by the way. But you know, to people my age, don't get so in your feelings. That's all I say. Don't get so in your feelings because you have to remember that you were young once too. And the same things that we're saying about this millennium, These millennials, our parents said about us. They did. Our parents said the same thing about us. I don't know what the hell this music is about today, but I just know it's just going to take in the world just straight to hell. That's what our parents said about us, and we're saying the same thing about these millennials. Let them live and live. Let them. My thing is, let them have the culture and let them create the culture, regardless whether I like it or not. Let them be. You know. Long gone are those days. There are no more Freddie Jacksons. There's no more Luther Vandrosses. There's no more OJs. There's no more, Supergirl groups. There's no more Superboy groups. There's no more Boys to Men. Those long gone, child, they've been taken over by BTS. Them some fine little boys.
I don't watch them.
They are fine, child. Joseph, they fine. I like the BTS boys. They are just they remind me of me when I was a young tender running wild and free. Remember Joseph?
I guess. Hey, Ashley.
We was young tenders.
Hey,
before.
Lisa. Hey, Donna.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to downplay it. Don't try to downplay it. Don't
I
try to take it away from me.
If I don't watch them, then I mean
they fine. They just fine little Chinese boys just dancing and
Hey,
carrying
Daryl.
on. They just like the Chinese Jackson 5. They cute. They real cute.
and it's no more millennials. It's Generation Z.
Generation Z.
You got
Okay.
Take a picture. Hold that.
Well, I don't need them.
No.
Generation.
take this
No.
straight.
Generation Z. Is that what they call them now?
Generation
It's no
Z.
more millennials. See,
The millennials
Y'all
are 30 now.
y'all see. I sell.
The millennials are 30, so they're like the adults of this situation. It's the
See,
generation.
I sell. Y'all know what sell mean? S-I-L? S-I-L.
Michael said call them Zoomers.
Zoomers. Okay, Zoomers. Well, Zoomers, I sell. And that means I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. When it comes to these young millennials, I ain't putting on the motherfucking roller skates and skating around the roller skating rink like my husband want to do. He want to go roller skate.
Ain't nothing wrong with roller skating.
I ain't getting on no
Hey,
roller skates.
Shaw.
They say after 50, you ain't supposed to break shit. So if I get on some roller skates and I fall on my hip, I'm done. Because they say once you break your hip, you're dead. Period. Bam, you're dead. Not doing that. So I get on no roller skates, going to no roller skating ring. We ain't reminiscing. No, that's not how we reminisce.
All y'all on BIGO, make sure you tap that screen. Make sure you share this live. Do that for me, please.
And then
And you can send some beans.
That's
That's what
why
you need to do.
I stay my black ass in the house. We don't go to no corn mazes.
He don't have fun at all.
We ain't going to the falls
He don't wanna
and getting
have
in the
fun at
boat
all.
to see how close we can get to the falls
He
before
don't
we
want to have
fall
fun
in.
at all. It's just boring.
It's don't try to blame you not having fun on me, not on me, because that's your choice. That's your choice, Joseph.
He thinks somebody's supposed to go and do things by themselves. You do that when you're single.
You got a whole family. We got a whole family. You can go do things for.
And they
You
all
call Tracy.
married.
You
They
call
all
Tracy and
married
say,
and
Tracy,
have
come on.
husbands that they can do stuff with too.
Joseph, I'm not trying to hear all of that. You can pick up the phone and say, Tracy, let's go to the amusement park. Yeah, Jamel, he want to go, but he just want to go and eat his concession stands. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Who wants to just go to?
I want to get my
park to eat the
sausage and
food?
peppers, or my turkey leg, or some cotton candy, or some Zappolis, or some funnel cake,
All stuff he ain't got no business eating.
and go somewhere and sit down. That's what I want to do. I don't want to get on no goddamn roller coaster. We done had this conversation, Joseph. You can go to the amusement park. I'm just not getting on no big ride. Now I'll get on the other rides. I'll get on rides that make sense.
He said he won't even get on the merry-go-round.
No, I didn't say that. Stop lying to these folks. I get on rides that make sense. I don't get on rides that make you hold your hands out like this and say, oh, it makes you feel like you're flying like Superman. I don't want to feel like I'm motherfucking flying like goddamn Superman.
You need to feel like
Why?
you're flying like Superman.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's an experience.
Okay, well, you can have that experience. You can have that. I'm not going to the motherfucking haunted house either.
Ashley, that's what Ashley said. You
I
can
don't
go
play
to
with no goddamn
a
haunted house
haunted
bullshit. I go in the haunted house and something touch me, it's getting its ass whooped. I don't play them games. I don't play. I ain't never played that shit.
Right, Michael? He'll get on the merry-go-round and get on the horse that don't move, the one that just sits there and goes around in a circle.
Listen.
If it go up and down, he ain't trying to get on it because it don't make sense.
Listen, I have phobias when it comes to amusement parks. Ever since I was a kid. See, I was always what they call the setup kid. I'm the setup kid. Like, you know those water rides, you know the ones that you go and you go up and it goes up on this top on the hill, and then all of a sudden it comes down, swoosh. See, when I was a kid, let me tell you my first bad experience with amusement parks. My mama and my daddy, they took me to Great Adventure. Now y'all got to understand, this is back in the 70s when Great Adventure first opened up, right? It was a new park. The Great Adventure was new. They didn't call it Six Flags and shit.
It was Great Adventure.
They called it Great Adventure. So my mom and my daddy, they took me to this park, and I was about 6 or 7. And my mom and my daddy, they wanted to go. We went with a whole bunch of family members, and they wanted to go on this ride, this water ride. It was called the water slide. And like I said, it was a setup. I was always a setup kid. So they had been told by others in the park that the person that gets in the front is the one that gets the wettest. So who do they put in the front?
That's fun.
Who do they put in the front?
That's the fun of it.
No. My mama didn't want for her wig to come off. And she didn't want to get wet. Ain't nobody want to get wet. So what they do, they put my little buckwheat ass in the front seat. In the front car. Put me on the ride. I ain't had no other choice. I didn't even want to go on the damn ride. So they puts me on this ride, and we gets on the ride, and who gets wet? Who gets soaking wet? Strike number 1. Strike 2. My high school graduation, right? Went to amusement park for senior day. Guess what happened? Great Adventure. That's where we went. Great Adventure. Now y'all can Google this. Matter of fact, I'm going to find the article and put the link in the description. This year that I went to Great Adventure for senior day, somebody, because back then, y'all, you could smoke cigarettes anywhere you want. There wasn't no rules on smoking cigarettes or nothing like that. So somebody that was in the haunted house smoking a cigarette set the haunted house on motherfucking fire.
And? Hey, Sebastian.
And 20 people from my graduating class died in the fire. Mm-hmm.
And was you one of them?
I was about to go into the haunted house.
Was you one of them?
No, but I was about to go into the haunted house.
Thank God.
But let me y'all. I don't have the best of luck when it comes to things like this. Like
you did that day.
I did that day. My biggest save of my life is the World Trade Center. Now, mind you.
Oh, mine too.
I was at the World Trade Center the weekend before. Actually, the weekend that the planes crashed, I was at the World Trade Center. It happened on a Monday. I believe it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. It happened on a Tuesday. That weekend prior, I was at the World Trade Center. See, old World Trade Center. They used to be able to go up to the top and go to, you could see outside.
The observation deck.
The observation deck. And you would be able to go outside on the roof, and they had, restaurants and, stuff up there. And I went that day with some friends.
Windows of the World was up there.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, God, these pains. Anyway, I'm going to hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been dealing with something, with my personal health that y'all don't know about. Joseph.
Mm-hmm. What you need me to do? Your fingers?
No. It's my kidneys. Anyway, like I said, I was there the weekend prior to the actual planes hitting. We were actually going to go that Tuesday to the World Trade Center. We were going to go to the observation deck. So we changed our plans at the last minute, actually. So it's kind of like Final Destination. I was supposed to be at the top of the World Trade Center when plane one hit. So I dodged that bullet. And from that point on, I've been dodging bullets. That's why I don't go in corn mazes with Jeepers Creepers. Scarecrows can come and fly and take your black ass away forever.
I only dodged the bullet there because that's when I met him. Quit my job that was in One World Trade Center and got hired at another job. Because I often think, like, damn, I would have been literally on my way to work at that time. So either one of two things would have happened. I would have been on time and I would have made it, and I would have been standing there like, what do I do? Mm-hmm. Do I jump on the ferry and go back home? Or do I go on the train and go back home? And if I would have went on the train, I would have died because the World Trade Center came down. Or I would have been late coming in, and if the building would have collapsed when the train was pulling in, I would have died that way.
Well, no, they found most of the survivors in the train station downstairs.
That was like...
They did find survivors. A lot of people don't know that.
That I often wonder what I would have did. Would I have jumped on the boat? Or would I have went back in?
Because you know what they were telling people? Because they didn't know what the hell was going on that day. They locked people inside the buildings those days. They told people to go back into the buildings. It was safer for them to go back into the building. So they were like escorting people into the building that day. They locked them in the building. A lot of people got locked in that building. And that's how they died. But a lot of people, a lot of survivors that they found, they actually found in the train station and in the trains.
Yeah, because once it collapsed, they couldn't keep going forward. They would have had to...
Joseph, I knew it was going to come down. I knew it was going to come down. I knew it. I saw it. I was like, this building is not going to... It's going to come down.
I watched it. My mother had already went to work. So we was watching the TV. We had her on the phone because she worked by the Empire State Building. So we was telling her to be careful because if they did the World Trade, the Empire State Building was next. And on the news, they kept going, well, if they do the Empire State Building, that's going to be a real oven because the Empire State Building is all brick. And you know what happens when you heat a brick, it becomes an oven. So we was watching, and I was like, oh my God. And my mother was like, what? What happened? I said, it fell. She was like, what fell? I said, the Empire State Building fell. I knew that was going to happen.
But not the Empire State Building.
Well, no, the World Trade.
Yeah.
And could you imagine if it would have went this way instead of collapsing in on itself?
Oh my God.
But when they built it so that if anything ever happened, that it would collapse in on itself. Because if it would have went this way, you know how much in Manhattan it would have wiped out?
Oh yeah.
It would have fell all the way into New Jersey if it would have went that way, and then it would have been a tsunami or something
actually,
because all that water.
Yeah, we were saved by the water.
Oh, no, but all that water, if it would have fell this way into the water, all that water would have went up into Jersey City.
It would just hit Jersey City to be all right.
But it would have washed away a bunch of shit. Because that would have been a tsunami type water.
Yeah, it would have. But I mean, Jersey City, well, in either way, it was tragic. Period, point blank. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't want to stay on that subject too long because I know it's sensitive to a lot of people. And I lost a lot of my friends, a lot of my sisters, a lot of my girlfriends was downstairs.
Well,
but I lost a lot of my friends in there. But you know, like I said, I don't take chances. Let me tell you something about the Lord. The Lord give you your good days. He give you your bad days. And sometimes the Lord just whispers in your ear. Like when you get my age, The Lord just whisper in your ear. He'd be like, Shamel, don't do that. Shamel, don't even try it. And sometimes I have to hit my senior button. See, that's your problem. You don't hit your senior button because you don't think you're a senior yet. You got a senior button right here. All you got to do is hit it, and it bring you right back to reality.
All right, Melissa. See you tonight.
Your senior button bring you right back to reality, especially when you my age. When you feel like you as a senior citizen, because I'm a senior citizen. I'm a senior citizen, Joseph. I might look like, oh, all this might look almondy and stuff like that, but I'm a senior citizen. Okay, and I'm proud to be a senior citizen too. I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I get me a coffee with a free donut with my AARP card at participating Dunkin' Donuts. I gets me a free donut. Sometimes I get free coffee. Those are the perks. Those are just some of the perks of being a senior citizen. Even if you don't get free coffee, you get reduced coffee. Reduced, it costs reduced. It don't cost $1 and some change. It costs like 60-some cents when you're a senior citizen. Those are the perks that we as senior citizens, I don't have no problem hitting my senior button. I hit it in a minute. There you go, Jamal.
He old, Christine.
Mm-hmm. You call me that? Ancient Chinese secret?
No, Christine asked how old you was.
Oh, 52.
He'll be 53 in December.
December 15th. December 15th, put on your calendar.
And tender. I'm young.
49. He'll be 50 next year, child.
I'm a nice tender
49. He'll be 50. What?
I'm a nice tender 27.
I'm going to leave that spirit right on alone, honey.
Ooh,
I don't even mess with that spirit. I don't even mess with it. But as excuse me, y'all see, see, older people don't cough like I cough. See, when you become a senior citizen, you just cough and fart for no reason whatsoever. It just happens. I don't know what it is about turning 50, but you start farting. It just come out. You can be standing in line at the McDonald's, and all of a sudden, here it come.
Thank you, Gina.
And sometimes they don't make no noise. Sometimes they just go,
now,
and can fuck up a whole room, can make a whole room, empty a whole room. One fart can empty the whole goddamn room. I
can talk about it, and I ain't gonna lie, because this morning, my stomach, it's my stomach that be doing shows. I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God, I'm going. So I'm like,
when you get old, let me tell you
my
something.
stomach was killing me, and I told Jamel, I said, I need you to make an exec, because I know him. His ass will walk around the car, take his time, skip to my loo, and come back. I said, I'm gonna need you to make a real executive decision. I'm gonna need you to move with some haste. I need you to get out of the car, go to the trunk, and get plastic bags with haste, because I'm gonna throw up. So he got out of the car and he moved quickly, because you got to tell him to move quickly.
Yeah, you got to tell me,
because
if you don't tell me, you just
I would have threw
out.
up all in the car. And I'm sitting there and I'm like,
yeah, you got to say, Tremel, you got to speed it up. Come on now, listen.
Now, in my mind, technically, he really still wasn't moving swift enough for me, but I was able to.
Because I don't move.
But it wasn't even. It was because I knew I was gonna throw up, and when you gotta throw up.
Thank you, Gina, for the super chat.
You don't know. You just know it's coming. You don't know when it's coming. So it was like, oh God, please. So he got back in the car. I just snatched the bag from him. As soon as he was putting his hand in the car, I snatched the bag, and that was it. And I let it rip. And I'm like, oh God,
yeah,
oh God.
Listen.
Like, and for absolutely no reason, because I hadn't eaten anything. Mm-hmm. The most I had to drink before I went to the store was some water. And I'm like sitting there, and I actually, when I was on my way to the car, I said, I'm going to throw up. I kind of felt queasy. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And as I'm driving, the more the car's in motion, I'm like, oh. And we sitting in a drive-thru, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, finish with this story.
Oh, I know you're not giving me that. I know you're not. That's your thing.
What?
That's probably, or you want me to send him the voicemail?
What is it?
It could be the doctor.
That's not them.
Okay. He gonna tell me to hurry up. He gonna tell me to hurry up when he just sat here and drove.
No, because Joseph, you have a habit of like,
happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
you have a habit of taking a story to a whole goddamn hour if I don't stop.
Take her. I know you ain't
okay, well,
talking.
I'm gonna go and go get me something to drink while you finish your
You
damn
got
story.
something to drink.
You done made me mad.
How did that make you? He going, you know what, y'all know what he going to get, right? He gonna beat me, y'all. He gonna beat me. Oh. You back? The people was waiting for you. The people was waiting for you. The people was waiting for you. Hey, Con. Thank you for the heart. Yes, y'all. So, hey, Gino, wait a minute. Where did he go with that? I'm trying to read 2 different apps at the same time. You going to get the hammer. Right, Christine. He coming back, Gina. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a 70s baby. I am a 70s baby. Oh, child. This new hair. Why? So today, why was I on a panel on BIGO? And when I came up, because everybody on the panel, it was like 2 people that had a little white dog. So I came up on the panel, and of course I had Joe Mel with me. So everybody's talking about the dog. So this guy was on the panel from Jamaica, and he said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm really seeing an albino." So the girl that had the panel, she was like, "He is not albino." And he was like, "Oh my God, he looks just like the dude from Black Lightning." And I said, "I told you about," I said, "See, I told you I look like that dude from Black Lightning. The albino one with the red hair. I swear I look just like him. I swear I do with my hair dyed this color." Yes, Auntie Pee-wee, he get the coffee with the free donut. Jomel is laying down here at my feet sleeping because he was just on BIGO with me, acting a complete fool. And I guess he wore himself out by the time it was time to come on here and do the McRae Coffee with the Kings. I guess he wore himself out on BIGO because he was wearing me out on BIGO. All I wanted to do was show them that I had a cute little white dog too. And he performed like a fool. But I wouldn't expect nothing different from Jomel. Not a thing. Hey, DJ Rocky. I wouldn't expect nothing different from Jomel but to act a plum fool when I put him on camera. As soon as I put him on camera, all the rest of their dogs just sitting there in their arms looking cute. And you know, it's looking cute, like little fluffy white dogs. They all look, honestly, they all look alike. Here go Jomel. I put him on camera. My fingers in his mouth. He chomping down on my fingers. Of course, I'm not saying that because it's this hand, and y'all know this is the dead hand from the stroke. So he's just chomping down, and they're like, "Ooh, he like to bite." I'm like, "Child, my child is a monster. He's a monster. He's not like the rest of y'all kids. All nice and sweet. He's a monster. He is a monster. My child is a monster." He is a monster. You too, Gina. Enjoy your day at work. Yes, Joe Miller is the monster. He comes on the live and he just got my fingers in his mouth, just chomping. Just chomping. You want to come? Come on. They want to see you. Come on, Baba. They want to see you. Ugh. There you go. The people want to see you. See what I mean? This is what he does when I put him on camera. This is exactly just what he's doing. That's what he was doing. At least now he stopped. But before, he was chewing my fingers like they were a chew toy. Hey, Luna. I've been good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yes, but he acted the plum fool, and all their dogs look just like Joe Mel, except like their ears were longer. But that was it, because one is like a Chihuahua and a Poodle mix, and I forgot what the other one was. But they were all little mixed dogs, and they all look like Joe Mel, even though Joe Mel is a Yorkie and a Shih Tzu mixed. I know one was a Chihuahua and a Poodle. I'm not sure what the other one was. I'm not sure what the other one was. But you gonna act right today? No, you're not gonna act right. You just not. Stop. You cage. You know what that gets you to act right. Because you don't like being in there. Because you don't like being in there. I was born in the 70s but didn't graduate until the early 90s. I graduated in 89 from high school. Thank you, Luna. I'm trying something new. Tramel wants me to go to the extreme. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I think it'll look good depending on the shade, but I don't know if I'm ready for that extreme yet. And plus, I kind of like the blonde. I'm used to the blonde. I like the blonde. But then I see pictures of me with the black hair, and I like the black hair. It's like, oh, I want my black hair back. And I'm like, oh, I want my black hair back. So I probably will do the extreme that he wants me to do. Auntie PB said hit that thumbs up button. Because y'all ain't hitting that thumbs up button. Hey, Bacon with Charlene. Really, Ashley? Hey, Dwayne and Ray.
Hey y'all, I'll be back.
He coming back. I told y'all
I'm
he's
just getting my gizzards together, y'all.
He getting that gizzard together like he said his old country ass.
Yes, I got to get my gizzards. My gizzards, is something wrong with my gizzards.
There's something wrong with his little gizzard. And all 75 of you that are watching me on BIGO, share the live, tap the live, and feel free to send some gifts. Gifts are always appreciated. And so are the taps, and so are the shares.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, I'm coming, y'all. Here I come.
You better.
A little
bit. Okay.
See, these are some of the things you got to deal with when you're a senior child.
Yeah, to hit his senior button.
Yeah. Listen, without telling y'all too much about my medical history, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit. I've just been experiencing some internal bleeding and I have not to worry. I have a doctor's appointment. I've done some tests. We just wait for the test results to come back to find out what's going on. But there's been a lot of like internal bleeding I've been dealing with.
So also.
And they don't know what it is.
Also.
So. I'm sorry. Sorry for my absenteeism.
There you go.
But listen, when you get older, everything don't lift and separate no more. It don't lift and separate. Remember when you was young?
Drop and fall.
It just drop and fall or separate. Sometimes you can't go out there on the dance floor and shake your ass. Because you might come off the dance floor and your ass is still on the dance floor. You done left your ass right there on the dance floor trying to be cute. I'm not doing all that. I stays in my lane. I may not look like I'm 52 years old. A lot of people say, oh, Jamel, you don't like you 52. You don't look your age. Oh, you look so good for your age. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. But my body say, Jamel, go somewhere and sit your black ass down.
Y'all know I'll joke around in a minute and say I'm 15, 12, 27. Honey, but these bones say I'm every little bit of the 49 years.
Y'all talking about y'all want to find outings, y'all want to see us out and about, going to the mall and stuff. We don't do stuff like that. We don't do stuff. That's too much energy. That's a whole day's worth of it. No, Joseph. A whole day's worth of energy it takes a whole day's worth of energy to go to the grocery store and pick up shit. Y'all don't understand this. Listen, I don't get mad. It's a lot of y'all out there that are my age or younger, like maybe in your 40s. They get in your feelings when these young kids call y'all old and call y'all decrepit and say y'all got cobwebs and all that stuff. I don't get mad at stuff like that. Cause guess what? When I was their age, I was saying the same thing. Look at that old. Look at him. His dusty ass. His old dusty ass. Now I'm the old dusty motherfucker. And now I know how it feels to be old. So you young
one thing that you will never find me at is the club.
No, you ain't gonna find me in no club.
Them days are over. Like,
well, we make appearances sometimes. But even when we make appearances, we sit down.
It's not that I'm standing there.
We ain't on the dance floor.
But we really do lounges or bars or stuff like that.
And
not
that
actually in the middle of the
club.
When
we go to those, when we go to events like that, when we do lounges and clubs and stuff like that, as soon as I have me a drink, it's time to go home and get in the bed.
He can't on TP.
I have a hangover for the rest of the week.
Pillow Ballies got snipped, so he can't mate with nobody.
No, he can't mate with nobody, Jomel. Mm-hmm. No, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
We don't need little Jomels.
No, we don't. No, we don't. But guys, I'm telling you, when you get older, like I don't consider myself like, I mean, shit, Cher is what, 80-something years old. Is 80-something years old and is still doing the damn thing. I can still dip it and do it. But see, I have to put it in, I have to save up for it. Like my own, like I can dance, y'all, for real. I can dance real good. But I'm saving it. I'm saving it for when me and Joseph have because we've never had like a reception for our wedding. So we planning this big reception for our family, for our families to come to. So I'm saving all that dance energy that I got built up in me. I'm saving that for that night. So, because I can only do it once. This is like Joseph. Joseph used to bowl. He used to bowl. He used to do Kansai dips. Fall on the floor, jump up in the air, pause and fall. He's saving it. He can do it still. He said he can still do it every time. Like, Joseph, can you do a shakram for the people?
I only got one good one.
He got one good one left. We saving
one good one.
He's saving it. He's saving it. I promise you, we saving it. We got to see when you get old, you got to save shit up. You got to save energy up. If y'all seen that commercial that lady say, if you the smoking commercial, she say, if you a smoker, you better start cooking in October to be prepared for Thanksgiving Day. That's what we got. When you get old, that's what you got to do. You got to save up your energy. See,
ain't no more partying.
You got to put it in your senior button. Sunday. You got in your senior button. When you hit your senior button will tell you don't use too much. All right, you know you don't use too much. Go on, go somewhere and sit down. Go over there. It's a chair over there. It's a bench. Go over there and sit down. We in the grocery store. We not even 3 steps in the grocery store, and he be like, "Okay, it's time to go." He be like, "Shamel, it's time to go." Especially when we go to Walmart, because he know that's my favorite place to be. Walmart, that's my favorite place to be. He knows that. He be like, "Shamel, are you done? It's time to go. If you ain't ready in a few minutes, I'm taking all this shit to the register, paying for it, and I'm getting out of here. You can stay in here as long as you want to." That's age. Age.
No, I ain't never been one.
So
to
no,
just walk around
I don't want to step. And see, my thing is, I don't like to step on the toes of these millennials and these Generation Zs. What's that? What you call them? Zellies? Zoomers. I don't like to step on their toes. Y'all go right on ahead out there, because this gonna come a day. Now y'all sitting in there, y'all. This is what I want you, Generation Zs, and you millennials, to remember. When you get my age, I want you to look back on this time when you was disrespectful in your hold on, let me finish. When you was disrespectful in your spirit, when you was feeling young and wild and free, I want you to look back on this time. When you get my age, I want you to look back and just, if God, if I'm still here, send me a message.
I mean, we talked about that yesterday. We just doing Thanksgiving with us two.
What's that?
I just said we doing Thanksgiving with just us two.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, Thanksgiving ain't even. Well, see, that's another thing I really want to talk about. Y'all have a healthy Thanksgiving, and I'm not talking in terms of food. I'm talking about in terms of have a healthy mentally healthy Thanksgiving. Long gone are the days where you have to be around people that you don't want to be around. Long gone are those days. You don't have to do all that. Y'all know y'all don't have to do that no more. Y'all don't have to be around Uncle Junie, the one that touched on you when you was a kid. You ain't got to accept his bullshit no more. You ain't got to sit at the table with him. You ain't got to sit at the table with mama or daddy, the ones that beat the goddamn shit out of you. If that be the case, you don't have to spend Thanksgiving with them. Stop doing things just to appease other people. Stop doing things and attending events just to satisfy other people. Just because other people want you to be there. Be there because you want to be there. If you don't want to go to Thanksgiving dinner at your family's house, then don't go to Thanksgiving at your family's house, because you're going to be miserable the whole day, and you're going to make everybody else miserable the whole goddamn day. So what's the sense in you going? Stop being fake. This is, if this year ain't taught you nothing, this year should have taught you your realness. To be real.
To live in your truth.
And to live in your truth. You ain't got no other goddamn choice now. You've been sitting in your house playing with your goddamn toes. Come on out with it. If you like toes, come on out with it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Listen, long gone are those days. It's not like, listen, the one thing that I appreciate about living in this new world that we live in is that it's not, y'all, a lot of you young people don't have to endure the things that we had to endure, not only with just family, but with just people in general. You know, the fight has moved on to something else. The struggle has moved on to something else. The stuff that we endured through, that we went through in our younger years, you guys ain't nowhere near have to deal with it. And let me just say this to my my colleagues. My colleagues, I'm talking about the people that are my age, in between the age of 40 and 50. Y'all stop trying to get these young ones to be on the same page as you. And stop getting your feelings when they don't respect. When they don't respect your when they don't want to hear it, when they don't respect the culture and they don't want to hear it. Because eventually they'll come to a place where they'll really appreciate it. I know I did. Because you couldn't tell me back in the day to appreciate artists like ZZ Hill and Bobby Bland and Johnny Taylor and Etta James. Couldn't tell. I didn't really have an appreciation for them until I got older. And I started, when I got out of college, and I started listening to a lot of jazz music. And I started listening to a lot of blues music. I grew up on the blues. My father was a blues artist. My father played guitar. He was a blues guitar player. But I didn't really have an appreciation for it. I wanted to hear the new stuff that was popping back then. The Double Dutch Bus. So they learn.
Double Dutch dance.
No, what I'm saying is throughout the years, throughout their elder, as they get older, they're going to learn how to appreciate certain things. They really are. Right now, young people are being young, and they just doing whatever. They just do whatever they want to do. Stop,
which
y'all.
Ain't no different than what we did.
Yeah, and y'all older people, y'all stay out these young people's asses. You listen. If you 53, you ain't got no business dating nobody that's 20. And if you think that you're gonna date somebody 20 and they're not gonna take you for every goddamn dime that you got, then you's a damn fool.
Christine, I agree.
You's a damn fool.
Because they just as bad, always trying to. She said, well, I wish the 20-somethings would stop trying to talk and mac to me.
Listen, it's up to you to stay in your lane. Hit your senior button. Hit your, when they come, because they be trying to holler. They be trying to holler. They be trying to holler at Joseph. And they be trying to holler at me. Child, I ain't got no time for no 20-year-old. A 20-year-old, I will eat up and spit out.
You got plug?
Yeah. I will eat a 20-year-old up and spit him out. Yes. Joseph, can you eat, how many 20-year-olds can you eat up and spit out at one time?
About 30.
How many?
About 30.
Exactly. So you older people that still want to play this game where y'all think y'all young and shit, y'all go right on ahead and be broke and sitting at the end of the bar stool singing Nobody Knows. Because that's exactly what you're going to be doing.
Or
playing with your toes.
Or tired every day at work because they done had you out till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, you trying to hang out at the club and shit, and your motherfucking ass can't goddamn breathe. I'm not doing that. I'm not killing myself for not for these little young tenders. Because they'll leave your ass there. You know what they're going to do? When your ass pass out in the club, they're going to grab you right by your foot and drag you right over to the front door and wait for the ambulance to come pick your black ass up.
Are they really going to do that? Or will they just leave you there?
They might leave. 9 times out of 10, they're going to leave your ass there. Y'all stop trying to be young with these young ones. Your day passed. Your day passed. You can't do the horizontal poker with 2 and 3 people at the same time.
Now that, you know.
Well, maybe.
That's a little iffy.
Yeah. It depends on what's going on.
A 2, 3, 4, 5, something it can work.
Maybe.
Don't matter how old you are.
Yeah. I'm in my head too much. Ooh, that scared me. Ooh, you ain't doing.
Plug it up. That was the whole
I don't know where the plug is, Joseph, right now.
Well,
see, we as older people have to learn how to stay in our lanes. We're gonna fuck around and get tased. Like,
hey, Pebbles.
Who?
No, not.
Oh,
I'm
child,
here.
You know you was getting
I'm here. That's why I didn't even want to say it because I knew what you was going to think.
Baby sister name. I don't fuck with that bitch. But yeah, we got to learn, people. We got to learn how to stay in our lane. You got to stay in your lane. You 20, stay in your lane. You 30, stay in your lane. You 40, stay in your lane. You're 50, stay in your lane. There's a lane for everybody. And there's a button for everybody. Send your button. Hit it. Although I do like the fact of being old, we can say whatever we want to say whenever we want to say, and we can have an opinion about something, and you ain't supposed to say nothing because we old.
Child.
Right? Is that how it goes?
I guess that's how it's supposed to go for some people.
Well, you say whatever you want to say anyway, period.
I've always said what I wanted to say.
Like that. But I like that part.
Hey, Yasmin.
I do. I like that part because I get to say whatever I want to say. Yeah. Like, ooh, that baby is ugly.
You don't get to say that.
Why? If a baby is ugly.
Because you don't get to say that.
Why?
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say, but you don't get a pass on saying that.
Yeah,
you ain't that old enough to get away
I'm not old enough to
yet.
say, well, that baby, that's
no,
something
you
wrong
got to
with
be
that
like
baby.
at least 70, 80 years old to be able to say that and get away with it.
Yeah. I could say it to you. I could say it behind
No,
closed
you just have to
doors.
do what I do and say, ooh, that's a cute little outfit. Never comment on the baby looks. Just, ooh, that's a cute little outfit. Ooh, look at them cute little shoes.
But look, what if the baby look like an ant? What if the baby look like an ant eater?
Look at that cute little dress.
Because I done seen some child.
I never make a comment. I
done seen
comment
some they ain't
clothes.
got no business with a sucker in their mouth.
I comment on the clothes. Oh, that is a cute little pacifier. Where you get that from? That's what you do. You don't comment on the baby.
But see, my looks tell everything that's on
I'm
my
sure
face.
my face is telling you, but I'm really thinking, but if I look at the dress and think the dress is cute, and I say, oh, look at the cute dress.
It's hard to focus on the dress when you see something before you that's like, that don't look like
well,
it's
I was
human.
told all babies look cute.
No, they're not. Who said that?
Huh?
They said what?
I was told all babies
No,
look
they're
cute.
not. No, they're not. All babies ain't cute.
That's what I
There's
was
some babies
told.
that look like anteaters. There's some babies that look like little monkeys.
I was told all
There's some babies
babies
that look like little monsters. Like monsters. Like,
Christine said you're supposed to say, bless that baby's heart.
I ain't supposed to say all that. I'm just going to look at them like this.
I just go to the clothes. Look at that cute little outfit. Look at him.
I'm not doing all that.
That's what you do. Oh, look at him. Oh. Now, if somebody say, ain't my baby cute? Bitch. I told somebody that one day. She said, you don't think my baby cute? I said, why would you say that? Because you said, look at the outfit. I said, well, bitch, technically, I don't think you
I'm
cute.
going to ask you, I'm going to be like, do you want me to give you my honest opinion?
No, I told her, I said, I don't think you cute. So, your baby look just like you.
Oh, is that how you got that one on?
I didn't call the baby ugly. I called her ugly. You asked. I wasn't just going to come out and say it. But when
Somebody
you
asked me something like that. I'm changing this. I'll be like, let's all have a drink.
Should you think my baby ugly? I said, why would you ask me that?
Let's all get something to
Because you
eat.
over here
Y'all
look at
ready
his
to
little
order?
shoes, look at his little outfit. You didn't say nothing about how she looked. I said, well, I don't think you cute. So, and your baby look just like you.
Really try not to laugh at that last statement.
What?
Because I'm trying to be adult, mature about it, but you're
I'm
right.
just saying, see, some people ask for stuff. If you haven't said something, and then people want to make you say things because they think that you're not.
Do
gonna
you
say
think people that got ugly babies know their baby ugly?
Yeah, because they know they ugly. Now, if two cute people made a baby that just wasn't cute, that's a whole nother story.
Then why they be looking for people to say something different if they know their baby ugly?
Because some people need to look into their gene pool before they start going out here making babies.
I guess we ain't gonna never win the whole thing about talking about babies and stuff.
I'm not saying that. It ain't the baby's fault.
No, because people will think ill of us, Joseph. We sit here talking
but it
about.
ain't the baby's fault. It's the parent's fault.
But I thought
If
it was
you know
gifts
you
from
a
God.
one-eyed Cyclops, and you know he looked like he just escaped out of the woods being Bigfoot or a chupacabra, why would a chupacabra and a Cyclops decide to mate? That don't make sense. Now, sometimes that chupacabra and that Cyclops might just make a beautiful beautiful, beautiful baby. But sometimes they make the babies that turn into mimes on Facebook.
Ooh, we are not gonna go there.
And then they mad because their baby is viral all over the internet because they took that one little picture talking about, look at my little cute baby. And everybody else in the world know that baby ain't cute and then attacked all kind of misery to that baby's picture. It happens. I mean, you know.
Hit your senior button. See, because your senior button will stop you from having.
No, because the person that told me all babies are cute, I told them you a goddamn lie. You a lie. And you know you a lie. It's a lie. No, it ain't the baby's fault. No, you don't just walk up on some baby and go, ooh, look at that little ugly thing. No, you don't do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and tell you your baby's cute when it ain't cute. I'm going to just go for the clothes. Look at that. Where did you get that cute little outfit from?
They're going to like me, honey.
And keep it moving.
Fight me. They're going to be ready to fight me. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just, if you ask me if your baby is cute, I'm going to tell you the God, honest, the goodness truth.
Now, if you ask me, that's a whole nother story.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
But I'm not just going to volunteer information.
You need to go somewhere and get that baby some cosmetics. Take him to get a little filler. Something. He ain't supposed to have teeth at this age.
But have you noticed how little girls change? Like all the little girls that are cute when they're little girls, when they become women, they're not as attractive.
Yeah, they look like.
And all the little girls that wasn't attractive as little girls are beautiful, gorgeous women. Mm-hmm. Have you ever noticed that a lot of girls go in that direction?
Oh, that's just payback.
No, but a lot of girls go in that direction. Like some of the girls growing up that I know that were like beautiful are like, be like, bitch, what happened to you? You had a hard life. Damn, bitch. And then some of the ones that you be like, well, bitch, all right, you look amazing. I would have never thought you would have been this beautiful. Mm-hmm. It happens. I don't know why it happens like that for some women. Not all. But a lot of pretty little girls end up not being pretty when they grow up.
Yeah. See, your senior button will stop you from having these conversations. It will stop you from having these conversations that you ain't supposed to be having.
Well, see, you can only have.
See, when you're a senior, you're supposed to turn. When you get older, you're supposed to start being nicer.
Yes, because y'all know old people just say anything out of their mouth. They don't give a damn. They don't care. They've been here too long to be censoring themselves. They just like, I love to sit and talk to somebody between 70 and 80 years old. Child, they will have me in tears because they don't care what come out of their mouth. Mm-mm. They don't give a damn.
No, don't.
And care. I love it. I absolutely
some
love
50-year-olds
52
don't care what come out their mouth. Because I say, if you ask me what you
as you get older, you just realize all the censoring that you did your whole entire life really just don't matter. At a certain point, you don't have to always volunteer your information, but if a person asks you, you need to start answering them honestly. Period.
No, it's the Lord. It's the Lord. I'm telling y'all, it's the Lord. The Lord, when you get 40, the Lord say, you'll hear this voice in your ear, especially when you turn 50. You might not hear when you're 40, but you will hear when you're 50. You will hear this voice in your ear, right? And it's going to say, be honest.
Well, what happened to me? Because I heard that voice when I was 3.
It's going to say, be honest with yourself. Accept it.
I heard that little voice when I was 3. It told me just to say whatever I wanted to say and walk in my truth.
No, but Joseph, see, you're 49. You're 49. You ain't 50 yet. See,
if it gets any worse, then I mean.
It might. But what I'm saying to you is
No, but you know what? In all honesty, because I've always been that way, I've just learned to hold back. And that's true. And I guess it's because I've always said what I wanted to say. I've always spoken my truth. I've always said what I felt and could care less what people thought about it. The older I get, I'm learning to hold back sometimes because I realize that everything I think don't have to come out of my mouth. Mm. And I've had people tell me that I'm too honest and I'm too real. Never understood what that meant.
No, you like to throw knives.
But if I think something is
No, Joseph, you like to throw knives with your mouth.
No, it's just that's how it comes out.
No. See, he's still at that. He don't get it yet.
I do get it.
No, you don't. You don't get it because you ain't 50 yet. Joseph, listen to me. See, because he think I'm saying something against him.
I don't think you're saying nothing against me.
What I'm saying to you is this, Joseph. When you turn 50, it's something about 50. There's something just click.
Hey, Spade.
You hear me? Something just click. At 50, something just click. I'm telling you, I can't explain it to you, but I call it the coming to yourself moment. When you turn 50, you are going to feel this. You're going to feel something. And it's going to say, be honest. Accept that what is before you. But it's going to say, hold on. No. It's going to say. Another thing it's going to say that you ain't, this you really ain't going to like it. When it say it, the spirit, it's going to say, look at me.
Thank you, Spade.
Look at me. It's going to say, truth hurts. It's going to say truth hurts.
So,
because you're going to have to, no. You're going to have to accept a whole lot of shit about yourself.
But I'm saying I've come to those moments already.
Not yet.
I have, yes.
Not all of them yet. Not all of them yet. Not all of them yet. Joseph, you ain't 50 yet.
When I was 40, I've come to those come to me moments when I had to look at myself in the mirror and realize that I was the problem. Half the things that I was saying was a problem, it was me. It wasn't everybody else. I was my own problem. It was me. I've owned that about certain things in my life.
I'd like for you guys to join me on April 16th, 2021, when we will have this conversation again, and Joseph will be telling me that my husband was right. I turned 50 today. Hold on. You're going to say to me, I turned 50 today, and I learned some shit about myself that I did not know.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that I won't have a moment of clarity. I'm not saying that because, honestly, I had that at 40.
But that's what I'm talking about.
And I'm sure I will get it at, like, when I was...
it's going to be different.
No, when I was, right when I was between 37 and hitting 40, like, things started becoming clear to me that I didn't understand. So... honestly, as I'm approaching 50, things are coming clearer to me that didn't make sense to me before. So I'm not saying that on my birthday or a couple of months after, I'm not going to have a moment of clarity. That's not what I'm saying.
No, what I'm telling you is...
what I'm saying to you is, you saying a moment of be truthful, I've always
I'm not just saying that. What I'm saying to you is, because you don't listen, see, because he's still a millennial.
I was never.
When you turn 50, that clarity of some things making sense, it don't work like that. Everything make goddamn sense to your ass.
I'm not saying that.
And it's not easy to deal with. I'm telling y'all, it's not easy sometimes to accept all the things that you got to be honest with yourself about.
I agree with you, but what I'm... I agree with you. No, it's not that. It's that. No, it's not that I don't listen, but it's that when you are a person that more or less lives in your truth and walks in your truth, and
this ain't got nothing to do with living in your truth.
No, what I'm saying is things that are apparent. I don't know. I guess because I'm resilient to most things in my life. It ain't happened yet,
Joseph. You don't know what it's going to feel like.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to get clarity. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
Joseph, that's not what I'm arguing. That's not my point. I'm arguing.
And I'm sure a lot more things in life are going to make sense to me that don't make sense to me right at this present moment.
That's not what I'm arguing with you. What I'm telling you is that when you turn 50 years old, you are going to come into yourself. Whatever that may mean to you, whatever it's going to mean to you is going to mean to you. But I'm telling you, I never felt a feeling of a whole bunch of things in my whole entire life until I turned 50. When I turned 50 that year, taught me, I learned in that 1 year, I learned so many things. I did, period. Not only just about myself, but about the world. I really did. I learned how to deal with them. Through therapy. But You ain't 50 yet. Remember you said you was 24?
27.
27.
A whole little 27.
Yeah, let's see if your body says that next year.
I just told you what my body says.
Mm-hmm.
My mouth says I'm 27, but my body embraces the real age that it is. My body definitely embraces. Actually, honey, after the stroke, it probably is older than what it really is.
The gags of Gag Nation. The gags of Gag Nation. One big gag pill with no water.
After
No
the
water
stroke,
whatsoever.
It's probably it probably feels older than what it really is.
So yeah, you elders, y'all stay in y'all lane, and you should sing your button, and be something for the young ones.
Yeah, it's
to look up to.
That's for my birthday.
That's what I like. I like sitting up here on my throne and looking back and looking down like.
Well, then me and your husband was born in the same day in the
Right.
same year. Christine said her first husband's birthday is April 16th. They're going to be the same age next year.
You poor thing.
But wait, who had a husband that was a Sag? You two? How many husbands you had?
Well, hey.
No,
Does anybody have any questions about today's topic? Staying in your lane, hit your senior button.
What questions could you have about that topic? That was like something.
No, well, it's a lot of people out here that may be confused about why they're going through what they're going through. A lot of people hit 50
and
they
the second
don't really
husband was a Sagittarius, so you got the best of both worlds right here. Because you said your other husband's birthday was close to Tremel's.
It's a lot of people out here.
That if I get divorced, I don't think I would get married again.
No, he ain't getting divorced. He ain't getting divorced. He won't survive it.
And for y'all, you see the beautiful background that y'all are missing. Child, if I get divorced,
he won't survive a divorce.
I ain't getting married again.
He won't survive it.
Once is enough.
He'll be scared to get married again.
You'll get tased.
Child, you think I'm scared of a taser?
And Sagittarius.
What?
Her other husband, the first husband and me was born on the same day. The second husband was a Sagittarius. It was his birthday, December 15th. I knew you said you had a husband, an ex-husband that was a Sagittarius.
Probably the best thing that ever happened to her.
Child, the Aries and the Sag are exes, so I guess that tells both of us something. Because the PTSD you giving me right now.
You're not giving you no PTSD.
Yeah, giving me PTSD.
How am I giving you PTSD?
Oh, no, her husband's birthday, ex-husband's birthday was December 4th.
How am I giving you PTSD?
Because Sagittariuses give you PTSD, honey.
How do we do that?
Because
How?
y'all is a whole lot.
Ooh. How we a whole lot?
Y'all Sagittarians is a whole lot.
How we a whole lot? Explain.
A whole lot.
Explain to me that.
What do you mean explain to you? Hey,
what
nice.
does that mean?
It means y'all a whole lot.
What we do?
What don't y'all do? Lot. Everything y'all do is a whole lot.
What am I doing to you to give you PTSD?
Y'all will drive a person crazy, honey, and give them PTSD.
What do I do to you to give you PTSD?
Child, the mere fact that I want to tase you alone tells you that you're giving me PTSD.
That's just you being mean and surly. What do I do to give you PTSD?
I want to tase you.
You can't never answer the question.
What? What do you want me to say?
What is it that I do to give you PTSD?
We don't have another hour to sit here and talk about that.
Why?
Because we don't.
This is our channel.
I know, but we don't have another hour to do that.
Why?
Because I don't have an hour to do that.
No, you don't want to spend
I know, because I'm going
you
to
don't want to spend an
I'm
hour
going to get ready
shit.
and take me some me time.
Oh. We back to the me time again.
And we ain't going nowhere.
Me time. You see
I'm getting my me time in.
Oh, okay.
And I'll see you in about 2 hours.
No.
Child, if I even thought I was leaving about this house, and him not know where I was going. He be walking down walking down the block behind the car, talking about you better pull over.
Beyonce said put a ring on it.
Oh, he'll be walking down the block talking about you better pull over.
I'll bust every goddamn window in that motherfucking car.
No, we saw some quote unquote friends of ours, and one of them was telling the other one something that he just pulled off. And I looked at Jamel and was cracking up. I said, I could see him there. And he's talking to me in the middle of some friends, and I pulled off. I could see him walking behind me now with his little nasty walk, talking about
he would get the air conditioner for his car.
He will not want to turn that corner.
He would get the air conditioner for his car he wanted, honey. The windows.
Oh, I can see it now. Him talking to me, and I just pull off.
Play them games. I'm an old, and see, that's the dangerous part about me. I'm an old player from way back. We used to bust windows and pull a bitch out the car and knock the bitch and send them home.
Oh, child. Anywho.
I ain't had to do that yet. But does anybody have any questions about today's live? Any questions in the comments?
No. Right, Christine. Sagittarians are a lot to handle. She said, I can't live in the same state with a Sagittarius. PTSD. They will give you PTSD.
Anything else?
And he always want to talk about Aries. We good, just don't make us mad. If you act right, we act right.
I'm going to leave that spirit right.
If you act right, we act right.
See that aggressiveness right there?
He says I'm too aggressive.
He like to get up in my face. Like that's really going to do something.
I have to get in his face for sometimes because he don't understand.
No, he like to get in my face like that.
Right, because I have to get in his face so he understands. Because if I just do it from like right here, he don't understand that. I have to get like in his face.
Why?
Put my forehead to his forehead so that he understand that I mean business.
That means call APS.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It means I mean business.
No, it means call Adult Protective Services. Adult Protective Services. I know. It said call Adult Protective Services. A bruise is abuse.
Oh, chill.
That's what that say. Adult Protective Services.
I bet you do.
I ain't got time for games. See, when you a senior, you ain't got time to be fighting with folks. You ain't got no energy.
But luckily, I ain't a senior yet.
You ain't got no energy to be fighting.
I'm only a 10 to 27 years old.
It's enough keeping all this together, child. You know what it is to keep all this.
Go ahead, say it.
Almondsy stuff. The deep dark chocolate. Y'all know what it is to keep all this going.
I wouldn't have a clue.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Makeup here, little here. You know.
I wouldn't have a clue because all I know is
it's a lot.
It only take a little bit to keep the caramel frappuccino together. Just a little shea butter here and there and go about your business.
Yeah, I'm more than shea butter. I got to do more than shea butter. It's a lot.
But anyway, y'all. Do I need to sing, since you're talking about old school, do I need to sing Carol Burnett's song?
No, you don't need to sing nothing.
I'm so glad we have the time. Oh, they might ding us. But anyway, y'all, make sure you follow us on all social media outlets. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course on BIGO Live. Our BIGO IDs will be in the description box. And make sure you follow us here on YouTube as well. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to be part of the McRae Kingz Kingdom, hit that join button and you can be a monthly subscriber to our page. Also, if you are going to become a member, make sure that you do it by next week because the membership perks will be gone after that. So you will still be able to get the membership perks up until next week. I believe Friday is the 31st or Saturday is the 31st. After that, the membership perks will be gone. All you current members, like I said, we have all your merchandise here. It will be mailed out in the beginning of the month for you guys. Also, anything McRae Kingz that you need is in the description box. Just go in the description box. If you would like to support our platform, the Cash App is right here. That is the TheMKingz. You can make a donation to the McRae Kingz platform. If you don't use Cash App in the description box, there are other ways. You can also do a donation to the platform if you choose. If you are a sponsor and you want us to sponsor anything, the P.O. box is also in the description box. So just check it out and send over your hair or products or whatever it is you want us to promote for you. We will be more than happy to do it. Or if you want to send us a gift, you can do the P.O. box as well. And with that being said,
Well, also before you go, please go over to McRae Kingz Boutique. We have some new merchandise there, and I'm about to launch a new shirt.
Okay.
Today, and we also about to launch a couple of other products, some digital products like our screensavers, and some of our photos that you can purchase on our Teespring as well. So you can have McRae Kingz with you at all times. We do have face masks there.
Yes, there's face masks, so you can walk around with me on your face.
Because it's hoodie season, we do encourage you to purchase some of our hoodies that we have, our lifetime member hoodies. So please go over to the McRae Kingz Boutique and choose the merchandise of your liking. There's leggings, there's sports bras, there's socks. We have all kinds of things over there on the McRae Kingz at the McRae Kingz Boutique. That link will be in the description box as well.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know how we do. It's come that time at the end of the show. You should already be finished your coffee and any little snack you had with it. So you know how we do. Walk in love, peace, and sunshine and make today the best day ever because only you can do that. And as always, you know what it is.
It's Team McRae.
All damn day. Later, y'all.
Talk to you soon. Or tonight for Q&A.
Yes, make sure you come back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Q&A with Sunrise. She will be here. I'm not sure if she's going to do any readings tonight, but she will do teach you how to do manifestation and other good things if she doesn't do some readings. So make sure you come back at 8 p.m. tonight for Q&A with the Kings featuring Sunrise. Yes. Later, y'all.